In a quiet Colorado town, a man's fight against injustice would take a shocking turn. When the system turned against him, he didn't just fight back, he built a machine of destruction. Welcome back to Mysteries with Shroffet. Today, we're diving into the infamous case of Marvin Heemeyer and his armored bulldozer, known as the Killdozer. This is a story of revenge, engineering genius, and a man pushed to the edge. So, grab a coffee, sit back, and prepare yourself. This is the case of the Killdozer. Our story begins in Grand Lake, Colorado, a picturesque town nestled in the Rocky Mountains. With a population of just over 500 people, it's the kind of place where everyone knows everyone. But in the early 2000s, this peaceful community would be rocked by an event so bizarre, it would make headlines across the world. Marvin Heemeyer was born on October 28, 1951, in South Dakota. A former Air Force mechanic, Marvin was a skilled welder and a man who valued hard work and independence. In 1991, he moved to Grand Lake and fell in love with the area. By 1992, he had purchased a plot of land in nearby Granby and opened his own muffler shop. For years, Marvin was a respected member of the community, a man who would go out of his way to help others. But beneath his friendly exterior, Marvin had a fiery temper and a strong sense of justice. And when that justice was threatened, Marvin would take matters into his own hands. In the late 1990s, Marvin's world began to unravel. The Dachev family, owners of a nearby concrete plant, set their sights on the land next to Marvin's shop. They planned to build a new facility, which would block Marvin's access to his business. Marvin fought back, negotiating with the Dachevs and petitioning the town council. At one point, it seemed like a deal had been reached. Marvin would sell his land for $250,000. But Marvin changed his mind, raising the price to $375,000, then $1 million. The negotiations fell apart, and in 2001, the town approved the concrete plant's construction without Marvin's consent. Marvin was furious. He spent $150,000 on legal fees, appealing the town's decision, but to no avail. He even tried to build a new road to his shop, but the town rejected his plans. To make matters worse, the town fined him $2,500 for violations, including keeping junk cars on his property, a crucial part of his business. Marvin felt betrayed. His livelihood was slipping away, and he was powerless to stop it. But Marvin wasn't the kind of man to go down without a fight. In 2003, Marvin sold his muffler shop for $400,000. But he kept one thing: his Komatsu bulldozer. Over the next year and a half, Marvin worked in secret, transforming the bulldozer into an armored tank. He reinforced it with layers of steel and concrete, making it nearly indestructible. He installed cameras and monitors to guide him from inside and even added gun ports for weapons. Marvin called his creation the Killdozer, and on June 4, 2004, he unleashed it on the town of Granby. Marvin's rampage began at his old muffler shop. He smashed through the wall and drove the Killdozer straight into the Dachev's concrete plant, destroying 2 buildings. From there, he rumbled down the highway, targeting businesses and government buildings. The police and SWAT teams were powerless to stop him. Bullets bounced off the Killdozer's armor, and explosives had no effect. Marvin destroyed 13 buildings, including the town hall, the police station, and the local newspaper office. But amidst the chaos, there was one miracle. No one was hurt or killed. After hours of destruction, Marvin's luck ran out. As he plowed into Gamble's hardware store, the floor gave way, trapping the Killdozer in the basement. With no way out, Marvin made his final move. He pulled out a pistol, took his own life, and ended his rampage. When authorities finally cut into the Killdozer, they found Marvin's body, along with a video camera and audio tapes. In the tapes, Marvin explained his actions. Because of your anger, because of your malice, because of your hate, you would not work with me. So now, I believe I have to leave this world with a debt so great it can never be repaid. The town of Granby was left to pick up the pieces, with over $7 million in damages. But amidst the destruction, the community came together, organizing fundraisers to rebuild what Marvin had destroyed. Marvin Heemeyer's story is one of tragedy and revenge. To some, he was a hero, a man who stood up to greedy corporations and a corrupt government. To others, he was a villain, a man who destroyed a town in a fit of rage. But one thing is certain: Marvin's actions were a desperate cry for justice, a reminder of what can happen when people feel pushed to the edge. If there's a lesson to be learned, it's this: sometimes the system fails. And when it does, the consequences can be devastating. Thanks for watching Mysteries with Shroffit. If this story gripped you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the cases that captivate and haunt us. Until next time, stay curious and look after each other.